Hey guys, you'll never believe this, but this phone that I'm using to record with is my old phone. I found it. It was under the seat on the driver's side on this Xbox. I had put my hands all up and under the seat, thinking it might have fell in under the seat. Never could find it. My wife done the same thing, and I bet we looked under that seat 4 or 5 times, never could find it. And I went to vacuum it out a while ago, and it was just laying there in the rear part of behind the driver's side seat, laying in the floor like it just slid. So, boy, I'm glad to get this phone back, and I hope it's a whole lot better quality. I know the color's much better than what the other one I was using has. So I'm tickled to get it back. Now I got to get used to this one again. But getting back to this, my battery's kind of low, so I'm gonna have to hurry. But I got these mirrors cleaned up from the video that I put up earlier. This is the one I'm going to use for the passenger side there. You can see where that glass is broke. So I'm going to swap this out and put this on the passenger side and take the broke glass one off. Even though there's nothing really wrong with it, I don't mind it being broke, but I had to shave this. I'm going to use the same bracket that's on the truck already. I had to shave this part off in order for this to work on the passenger side. I think this is actually for a driver's side, but it don't matter. I just kind of cut this off, and I'll put it on there and we'll see what it looks like. But it really cleaned up. I mean, other than a few little pits, here and there, it really cleaned up good, and this one did too. I mean, I don't mind pits. That's fine. Fine for me as long as the glass is good, and the glass is good on both of them. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm going to pause this. This particular phone has a pause button, so I can pause it, and I'll get back with you here in just a minute, so just hang on. Okay guys, I took the mirror off, and this is the broke one that was on old Cash on the passenger side. Just broke here in the corner. It really didn't bother me, but I guess if you can put on better, put on better. But this is it. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? And it's a good size mirror, so it's not correct for these trucks. I know that, but I can't really afford new mirrors. And when I got the truck, it had them big old gaudy mirrors. I call them gaudy. I guess like for pulling a trailer or something. As you can see, it's full of holes from all kinds of different mirrors being on old Cash here. So anyway, I got them on. To me, it looks so much sportier, and I can maneuver it around in the garage much better than having those big gaudy mirrors on. But yeah, it's just a real good find for me. I was tickled to get them. As I said, I think I paid $15 just for one mirror like that one right there. I think that's one I give $15 for at the junkyard. And it's one of those situations, as I said earlier, you're already there. You're not having to pay shipping. You're not having to look on the internet all over the place like eBay and stuff to try to find what you're looking for. And I really just can't afford really to go out and spend like 40-50 bucks for a mirror. Or sometimes you run across a real good deal, but most of the time somebody's done beat you to it. So I thought, well, I'll just give 15 and go for it. So, and plus, at the time I just had the one mirror, so I really needed a mirror. So it worked out really good. But I'm just really happy I found my old phone. I hope you, well, I guess I could stand back and show you what the truck, the other phone I had, it's just that the color was pretty bad, and I noticed I was always sticking my finger over the camera, and I just never did really get used to that phone. I started getting used to it, and then I got my old buddy back here, so I'm real happy about that. It's been a really good day. Beautiful day. Man, I'm so happy. And just happy to get my old buddy this phone back. Maybe I can do some better quality videos. I'm trying to figure out how I can edit. I don't know how to edit. Somebody said they got a thing called, and I could be wrong when I say this, but I think it's called Adobe 2019. it's an editing thing. I'm not really sure how all this stuff works, but well, I guess we'll see. I really don't know. My wife's kind of checking into that. She's a lot smarter than I am, so we'll just kind of go with it. But oh yes, I didn't finish what I was talking about in my first video. I mentioned I was kind of in a dilemma about old Cash here. Well, I've got a friend of mine that maybe, just maybe, he might drive this to the rod run, and I told him just go ahead and sell it. So I'm not sure how it's going to all play out. It might not play out at all. It's just one of those things that might happen, might not happen. And as far as the 62 Super Sport I was looking at a couple of weeks ago, I honestly, I mean, it could still happen, but I honestly think it's not going to pan out. So I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. I told my buddy that was following me around that on the first video of it when I was kind of walking around, I told him if he wanted it, just go ahead and get it. I didn't think it was going to work out with doing some trading around. I was going to trade around and give a little boot too, because it is a 62 Super Sport. So, and he had it's a long story, but anyway, I thought it was going to be a pretty good deal, but for him and for me. But as of this point, I probably won't be getting it. I told him the other day, I said, I'm just going to ask you this one time. And I said, I won't ask you no more. I said, have you thought any more about trading? And he said that he hadn't. So we'll just kind of let it go at that. And if he brings it up, then we'll talk then. But I'm not going to bring it up anymore. So as I said, I told my buddy if he wants the car, he can have it, buy it if he wants to. So we'll see what happens. And, might call up tomorrow and say, hey, let's trade or whatever. Who knows? Who really knows? Can't tell from one minute to the next sometimes what's going to happen. But, okay, I thought I'd show you what I'm doing here. Got my old buddy my phone back and got my new mirror on the truck. It looks really good. And I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks a lot. Hope y'all's having a good day. I sure am. Been a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.